Salutes. Welcome to the Real Big Fruit Podcast. I'm your host, Big Fruit, also known as the Michael Jordan of recording, better known as the voice of the streets, but better known as your boy Young Francis. It makes you white, the most hated motherfucker on YouTube. Damn, I got too many handles, people. I got too many handles. What's good? How y'all doing out there? Pardon self. I got to tap in with the homie right quick. Yeah, man. Had to tap in with the homie real quick. What's good, peoples? How y'all doing out there, man? How y'all doing out there? Uptown, what's popping? What's good? Welcome to Sunday Brunch with your boy Big Fruit. Listen, man, I don't want to hear nothing. Y'all already know how I do, because I got my grub. I don't want to hear that shit. Yo, he eating the nigga face. Y'all already do. You know what I'm saying? I put it down this morning. Southern style. I got some fried eggs, sunny side up. Some grits and cheese. Corned beef hash, some buttered toast. Yeah, your boy gonna just eat on. How y'all doing? Listen, today I want to talk about our era, the era and the generation we come from. When I say we, I'm talking about everybody, my subscribers, my homeboys, my comrades, and all that. We come from a certain generation. Right now, if you between the ages of, I want to say 40, 35, and 55, you come from my era. You understand what I'm saying? Straight jacket. I'm gonna give you a two decades, 20 years, 35 to 55. You come from my era, and you're gonna be able to relate to this topic today. Rest in peace, Green Eyes. 2 weeks ago, we lost Conrad Green Eyes. And when we had to send them off in the Bronx, all the homies came together in the BX to send them off, and we sent them off right. But when we were there, although I wasn't physically there, I was there in spirit. But when we were there, we were able to witness over 1,000 years of completed incarceration from our era and our generation. And I'm not talking about the other 500 years that might have came and left before we came to this analogy. You understand what I'm saying? So you talking close to 2,000 years was at this man's service. And about 1,000 years worth of time all came together to take a group photo. That group photo is now historical. There is no other photo like it other than the hip hop photo they took back in Harlem back in the days when all the rappers came together from all over, East Coast, West Coast, New York City, down south. Everybody came together and they took a photo on the stoops in Harlem. Y'all remember that photo? If you hip hop, then you remember that photo. It's a classic photo. But other than that photo, there's no other photo that can compare to that photo, and I'm going to tell you why. In that photo, you had, like I said, over 1,000 years worth of incarceration served, and those guys did their time, and they were all able to come back home together. These are men that stomped the yard with each other for close to 3 decades. They were able to come home and be together, and Green Eyes brought us together. Now, what's so alarming about our era and our generation is the things we suffered and encountered. See, our era is considered the best era ever, good and bad. No other era could compare. I'm going to go 85 to 2005. 85 to 2005, there is no other era that can compare to that. Even if you just say 85 to 2000, you understand what I'm saying? There's no other era that can compare to that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Cool K, what's popping? Salute. And our era, we saw the golden age of hip hop, the 80s. Our era saw the crack epidemic, the mid 80s, the 90s, the murdering, the killing, and all that. Crack babies, moms getting strung out on crack, families being destroyed. We seen all that in our era. Then after that came the massive murder rate because of the drug rate. You understand what I'm saying? The massive murder rate, young black men dying in the streets, fathers going to prison for murder or selling drugs or getting killed. This was all our era. Then after the crack and murder rate, it was a crime rate. Everybody strung out on drugs, motherfuckers not working, they out on the streets committing crimes. So now the crime rate went up. All this is our era. Then it was the massive incarceration. You already know how that went down. The 90s, they wiped us off the street. And when they wiped us off in the street in the 90s, we are the generation that are here now to take that photo. They wiped us out in the 90s. They cleaned us up, took us off the streets where we were serving anywhere between 15, 20, 25, and 30 years. And they made us do that. They made us serve that time. And while we were serving that time, we experienced the prison population boom. Remember, Cuomo did 12 years in New York State. And in them 12 years, Cuomo built all those mediums, the Greens and the Washingtons, and you know what I'm saying? Bear Hill and Franklin. Cuomo built all those. He was in office 12 years. After him, Pataki came through. Pataki built all those S blocks in New York. Massive incarceration. The industry boom. They was caking up. Our generation, we went through all that crazy shit, son. And then you know what? After they made us do that time, because they made us do that time, son. We ain't get no breaks. We didn't come up in the era where everybody just was getting a 1 to 3, 1 to 3, 2 to 6, 2 to 3, 2 to 6. That was before our time. When we came through in I said 85 to 2000, right? But I want to say 1990 because shout out to the folk billing, because in 1990 that's when we all started coming through, and then next year it's going to be 35 years. And next year, 2025, we're going to celebrate 35 years. We're going to do a reunion in Vegas. I'm going to talk more about that at the end of the episode. But our generation experienced so much, man. So much. Will Atkins got a question for you. Would you say we're a product of our environment or our poor choices? Both. 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 Think about it. Think about the question. Both. Because you can have people grow up in our environment and they don't make bad choices. They do all the right things, but they still suffer. They still struggle because they're a product of our environment. You know what I'm saying? They grow up in poverty. They don't know how to get out of poverty. They do all the right things. They make all the right choices, but they're still a product of their environment. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to slack and slip somewhere because of where we come from. We only given but so much in our hood. But poor choices are poor choices, son. Everybody know right from wrong, bro. You know what I'm saying? Poor choices is poor choices. You know? But yeah, our era. And then when I put the picture up, right, I said, yo, never before have you seen such and such, so many men who served massive incarceration, long-term sentences, were able to come home and be in one picture together. So a brother jumped online and was like, yo, I seen that many brothers who served time come to Big Unique funeral at One Troy. You know what I'm saying? One Troy is the infamous funeral parlor in Brooklyn, New York. If you know, you know. A lot of legendary people had their service there. We had Shoe Shine there not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, big homie. But when he said that, I said, okay, you're telling me you witnessed something greater than what I witnessed. I said, what year was it? You know what he said to me? He said it was 2015. I said, okay. In 2015, all those people you saw at that service, they were from our generation. They were motherfuckers who did all that time and came home and paid their respects. Those weren't dudes from 81. Those wasn't dudes from 76. Those were dudes from the late 80's and early 90's that done served all that time, came home and paid their respects. Those were dudes from our generation and our era. And you know what he had said? He said, you know what, OG, you right. I said, yeah, man. Our era cannot be compared. Nothing can compare. Nothing can compare. That's why here we are 30 and 40 years later, and we are still fascinated with that golden era. We're still fascinated with everything from the late 80's and early 90's. We're fascinated with it. America is still fascinated with it because that's an era that will never be duplicated. It will never be duplicated. It will never be duplicated. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go on my phone. I don't have the picture in my computer. I'm so sorry. I may have to download that picture to my computer, but I do have the photo in my phone, and yeah, I'm gonna show y'all the photo on my phone if I can. Can you see? Let's see. Nah, I got too much going on. You can't see it. I got too much going on. That's the photo that I'm referring to. All those dudes in that photo, man. You know how much time is in that photo? Over 1,000 years of incarceration, bro. Over 1,000 years. Over 1,000 years of incarceration is in that photo. 1,000 years. Over 1,000 years. And they all came home. Is that Nacy? Nah, I thought that was Nacy. I see so many people I know. It's crazy. You'd be like, damn, I remember him in the yard. She's bugged out. But yeah, man, our era, man, we went through some hell, bro. We went through some hell. And the things we went through, it won't be due like the crack epidemic. The way that shit hit us, no other drug. America's not going to let another drug do that. They're not letting fentanyl do that. They on that fentanyl shit. Don't get me wrong. Motherfuckers is dying, but they on it. The same thing with the crystal meth. They on it. They not letting that shit get out of control, especially when it's affecting their people. So we'll never witness another drug epidemic like crack. That won't happen. It happened to us. No other generation is going to experience no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Even the prison population boom in New York. One governor built 10 jails, another governor built 12. 22 jails between two governors back to back. No other governor is going to come in New York State and do that. They closed jails. They closed jails. They're not opening no more prisons like that. So no other generation is going to get hit with incarceration the way we did. It's just that simple. Our generation was a special generation and a special era for more than one reason. I'm talking both good and bad. Think about the things I'm saying to you, bro. It ain't gonna happen again. That type of shit ain't gonna happen again. Giving a bunch of kids, 16 and 17-year-old kids, an asshole full of time, loading everybody up 25 and 30 years. They're not doing that no more. They're not doing that. In fact, our era, we were 16 and 17-year-old kids being housed on Rikers Island. Rikers Island at that time in our era was the worst county jail in the United States of America. They closing Rikers Island down now. No other generation is going to have to experience that shit. Our generation was special for more than one reason, bro. We've been through some shit. We've been through some shit. I'm telling you, man. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Even with this YouTube shit, all these stories being told, myself included, all these stories being told, all these people being spoken about, all these incidents being brought back up, all this shit is from our era, our generation, the late 80's and all of the 90's. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. It was a special time. That was a special time. In the streets, in the music industry, it was a special time. Black Hollywood, before this crazy shit was going on. Y'all remember that shit? In the early 90's when all the black rappers and black actors was doing their thing and it was all good. By the way, shit probably was happening behind the scene, but it wasn't crazy like it is now. You know? Now it's almost taboo to be a rapper. What you do to get a record deal? It's taboo to get a movie deal. What you do to get that movie deal? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Our generation was special, bro. It was special. Yeah, man. I wanted to get up on here and just rap a taste with y'all on Sunday brunch about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Keep the vibe right. It's Sunday. It's a down day. Today is game 2. Of the NBA Finals. Game 2 is still in Boston. Games 3 and 4 will be in Dallas. I will be on vacation for those games. My birthday next week, so I'm taking a few days off of work. Just relax. I don't have nothing planned. I ain't doing nothing and I ain't going nowhere. I'm just going to relax. You know what I'm saying? And of course, hang out with y'all. But yo, listen. You know what? I gave myself a birthday present. The World and Why CMB story part 1 is finito. Signed, sealed, delivered on the way to the publisher with the additional The Boys of C-74, Rikers Island Legends. Both of those joints are done. Signed, sealed, delivered, and on the way to the publisher. Oh, dropped my mic. So that's my birthday present to myself. You know what I'm saying? Them things is gonna get to rocking. Them things is on the way. And I'm gonna hold off on dates because I can actually have them out before Christmas. But I'm gonna have them out for Christmas. So I'm gonna prolong them a little bit, but understand shit going to press. Shit is going to press. Shit is getting done. Understand that. I'm just gonna hold out on the date because I thought it would be cool to have it out for the holidays. You know what I'm saying? Or I might get the worldwide's joint out immediately, and then we'll have the boys for the holidays. Who knows? But understand this: your boy did what he said he was gonna do. I told y'all, man, it's not a game. It's not a game. It's not a game. Listen, man, it's your boy Big Fruit. I've been on here for about 15, 20 minutes rapping with y'all. Y'all know how Sunday brunch is. I come through, I chop it up with the peoples. I just wanted to make reference to the photo. And I wanted to speak on our generation and our era. And hopefully y'all got something from that. Hopefully I made a lot of sense. And watch the video, share it, comment. If y'all want to get some dialogue going along, we can do that. I'm always open for that. That's why I'm here. Listen, it's your boy Big Fruit, the voice of the streets on YouTube. Sunday brunch with your boy Big Fruit. I'm going to get to this because I'm running my mouth and I'm going to let y'all go. Until next time, salute.